This may very well be the end of Fear the North 2 streams. Alright, one day exactly. Nice. That tripped me out for a second. Alright, let me take a look at the map first. Hello, Husk. Good to see ya. Just this island over here that I want to go explore first. Otherwise, get rid of that. Like, there's a bit of fog here, like, sort of big clumps, but I don't think I'm missing anything major. I guess if there's one thing I would want to go back and try and find is maybe what this is, because this is like the one thing that's really stumped me. I don't know what's I couldn't find like the entrance. I assume this has to be an underground location. So it's just a matter of finding where the entrance to that place is. But we're gonna go find out what's going on with this island first. Misthaven portal, okay. I hope your morning is going well. I realize it might maybe be more like afternoon for you. Right? Right? That's good. Oh, is this... Actually, didn't we open up... I want to say we opened up like a shortcut down here, didn't we? That's not what I wanted to do. I think we'll be fine. Nice, nice. From what I've heard, it sounds like it's a pretty good game, so I hope you, enjoy it. This is fine. Wait. Hooray, we made it. I was a little worried. In a couple of weeks. Probably gonna be something you're gonna stream, I imagine. You'll do on Twitches and YouTubes. Okay, so this is probably the reason why the thing is over here. Yeah. Okay. Obelisk. You're telling me there's no points of interest here. Find that hard to believe. There's gotta be something. We're gonna put this big island out here. That's nothing? There's clearly supposed to be some kind of structure inside the mountain. I think we can glean that much. When nothing happens. Right? My only, like, other guess is that maybe there's, like, post-game stuff here? Or we have to come here as, like, a final... Like, there's something else that happens here after? I don't know. Like, you put a statue here thing to restore a health. You put the obelisk here. You get a chest. And there's just nothing? Nothing else? What the heck? Alright, what's that out of the way? All I had to do was look a little to the left and I would have saw it. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I'm gonna go see if I can figure out what that question mark is. Because I feel like that's like the one place that I have not found out what it is. Frigid Peaks would probably be where I want to go. Well, in terms of what's happening in my life, you guys are curious, I bought a shirt from Ivycomb, makes music and all that jazz. Because he put out a song called Heat, and the art in it has like a shirt version of it or whatever. And I was like, that is too good to pass up. So, got a new shirt. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks great. Outside of that, I decided to buy the Game Boy player for the GameCube. You know, attaches onto the bottom and all that. Which I will say, not cheap by any means to buy one of those, and then you also need to buy the I forget the name for it, but you have to buy a CD as well, like a GameCube CD, to actually use it, because it handles like the startup and everything. That was, I think, about $270-ish. It's one of those things where it's like, I probably shouldn't have spent the money on it, but my fear is that like that stuff's only going to get more expensive as time goes on. So better to scoop it up now than it potentially getting even more ridiculously expensive in the future. Plus, this month is a triple paycheck for me, so I feel I have a little bit of money to spend. I'm also wanting to get I gotta wait for it to come in the mail. The actual Game Boy player, the thing that attaches to the bottom of the GameCube, is coming from Japan. Now, from everything I read, like it said that it'll run and read fine because I gotta worry about region locking and all that jazz. I think it's mainly the CD that you want to make sure is for your location, for your place. Could this be it? This be the entrance right here? Oh, it is. Nice and small and sneaky. Pilgrim's Cave. There we go. So please don't. I don't want to get too far away. Anything else down here? Oh, there's also an entrance from up there. I'm sorry, but when a place is like this small and has nothing really going on, is it really worth giving a name to it? Like giving it its own specified question mark on the map? It doesn't feel like it. Well, I think we are ready to go tackle the final bit then. Well, what I presume is will be the final section. The other thing that's been on my I kind of want to get done list is actually getting a CRTV. And not just like any CRTV, but I want to get one that's like particular to what I remember the most. Because there's obviously like a few different CRTV styles, if you will. And I want to get like to me what's kind of like the most iconic one, or the one people probably remember the most, which is just like the black like the pure black box, basically. I remember playing on, I want to say Panasonic ones the most. That would be cool, but I'm not going to be too picky because you're right. um, like looking on eBay and just like anywhere else, they're usually going for a few $100s, so they are not the cheapest thing either. And also shipping a TV of that size and weight would be a pain in the ass, so I would much rather see if I can find one at a pawn shop, a thrift store, um, even like a garage sale. I'd like to give my room that like bit of nostalgia touch, and especially if I'm feeling um a little nostalgic and I want to go full nostalgia mode, because as much as I love playing on my big fancy 83-inch OLED TV, it doesn't exactly make you feel like you're playing, something from 20 years ago, right? If I boot up my original Xbox, my GameCube on here, it doesn't exactly do a whole lot in terms of making me feel like, yeah, I'm back in 2005 right now, the like part of the problem is I've seen a number of, say, the smaller, like 13-inch TVs, maybe like 19-inch. And I suppose if worse came to worse, I could pick one of those up, but I am looking, like, I want to get one that's like at least in the 20-inch range. I know there's some 30-inch range ones out there, but like I want to get one that's at least a little, I would like one that's at least a little on the bigger side and not um one of the really small ones. He's bowing. Stag bows. I'm sure they're all very thankful for being cleansed. The ram. Sure you guys don't mind me breaking all your pots, right? Just walk right under you. Maybe the wolves. I might have to go to one of the homes just to deposit the monies. I'm overflowing. The bear. Oh, I can't jump on you. Okay. I don't know if going through there, I don't know what's gonna happen next, so let's go deposit a good chunk of my money. Let's make that 7,000. Takara, daughter of war, we are what remain of the Northgard, the sons and daughters of those slain by Grimnor. Our guardians hath he subjugated to his will and caused us to lead bitter lives of sorrow and war. We wake this day with vengeance upon our lips and justice etched upon our swords. Is this where I kind of think we might be? Oh, damn. What do you mean, business? You guys were too slow. This is not a palace of peace anymore, I'll tell you that. God damn it. I hit the jet button. That is not where I was looking at, game. Thank you. You're not the bear. There we are. Step on the crow. That one was far easier than the last one. The ram. You. Bro's gonna ran over again. What you doing now? Okay, you put up a barrier. Okay. Duly noted. Oh no, he's slowly hovering towards me. Whatever will I do? Okay. To be fair, he's not that slow, but... Staying close enough, that's making me nervous. I'm guessing you're gonna tire out at some point. What if I'm supposed to get him to hit himself with his own attack, right? Okay, well, I think I had the right idea. I just also got hit by the attack, so... It's a little hard to get the timing down on this. God damn it. I just like have so far found that like I can't getting the timing down is tough. There we go. Do I have to do that on my way back too? He's just waiting down there. Oh, there's an invisible wall there. Good. Fuck. I do have to do it on the way back too. Okay then. I kind of thought it wouldn't allow me to actually jump into the water, but it did, so good to know. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. Okay, this one's the ram. I'm curious if it goes by like which one you grab first. Or like which one, like, you know, if you restore one of the animals, the spirits, it does their, he does like their mini game, if you will, their challenge. You're this one. Trying to find out. No, it looks like, oh, it is raining, okay. Because I would very much like to get this, like, I don't know what the other ones are going to be like, but I kind of want to get this particular minigame over with. Ow, animal abuse. Oh, what horse crap? Are you kidding me right now? That is a way too short of a stun. It doesn't give you any time to actually like make progress. You need to be already facing the way you want to go. Run. I did the bear last time, so it's... Can I? Hold on. Oh no, it shuts, okay. So you can only do... Like, what if I open, like, some of the other ones? And the part of me is like, maybe I should save the bear for last, because it was... The bear is actually pretty easy. A little too close for comfort. I don't like where the freaking shock area has been. Can we get it somewhere else, please? No, you're just gonna keep doing it there? Alright. Okay, that did go a lot better overall. I stand on thin air. About to say, where's the platforms? Especially since this one gives you the bugs to eat. Get some health back. It's one of the wolves. Sun wolf, I think. Wow. Mid-air shot. Gotta give you props on that one, bud. That's the crow. Okay, well that works. I thought it was the sun wolf, but yeah. This is gonna suck, by the way. These do have ice physics. Use the glide. That's best of my ability. How about we get the other wolf? I mean, I really don't need them to get back. I can tank a boulder in the face, though. It's nice. I imagine you're probably over here. Yep. We're gonna get something to do with lava. Oh joy. That looks like a lot of fun. Okay. Luckily we can do this. Do the stag? Oh hey, Auntie. Almost at this raid. We have one left. Crow, funny enough. Oh, we gotta go in spirit form? Alright. I'm sorry, I didn't jump dash. You're not gonna attack if I just sit around, are you? No? You're just... okay. I'll just wait for my magic to recharge, if you will. It's very important. Yes. This one? Yes. Pretty sure this is the last one. Oh, hello. I stand on the platform. The switch. Little bird. I love how all of them are so big. Except for the fox and the bird. Why do I see the little button prompt thing? It's really distracting though, that thing's there. Why is it there? His spirit can finally lay to rest. It's like moving all over the screen too. It's bugging me. It's because it's been moving all over on the screen. It's not just staying in one place. Oh, what the heck? That was sudden. We're all tired out. Must be a heavy stick. Hooray, bots. Yeah, we're starting to move faster, though. Seems like we're getting better. .3dmodels.org. Key collaboration, save a fox. Zoom. Right. Run towards the light. Northern lights coming from it. Never give in, though the darkness be endless. Take up your mantle as the night gathers deep. Peace that awaits the lost and the helpless. Awake, guardian of light, though the world be asleep. Blessing of the shaman. Guardian blessing. Gratitude. Gratitude? That's all you have to offer me? What do you think I am? The gratitude Pokemon? Shaman? Just gratitude. Okay, so that's what I meant by or access to Palace of Peace. What am I doing here? We still have this whole section of the island to go check out, so, you know. Still got some exploring to do. Mm-hmm. Sounding shore. There are still quite of, we're still missing a few skill points as well to complete the skill tree, so. I guess I should share my overall thoughts on the game with you guys. I have a hard time deciding if I think this game is overall better than the first. Because I think, like, I want to say part of it comes down to a bit of, like, preference in... Oh, so what happened to all my money? Oh, oh yeah, because I did have a death once, didn't I? So, where... Mount Aurora... Yeah, there it is. My grave. Because I do have a bit of a preference for more linear kind of games than, like, open world. And I think this game shows that a lot of... Like, I don't want to give the impression that the first game was, like, super polished. It had its bugs. But I found because it was a more linear experience, it wasn't as bad or as often. There were way more times I was just enthralled with the environment in the area, and it felt... I guess the traversing felt just kind of smoother and less bumpy, if you will. And since immersion is something that's important to me in a lot of games I play, this game just has an issue where I'm constantly reminded of, like, little bugs, little issues it has. It's not a very smooth gameplay experience. Yeah. The budget definitely shows. This was clearly made by a pretty small team that did not have deep, deep pockets. And whether they didn't want to, or they just didn't have the interest or time, resources, you know, it obviously needed more time to be polished. Than what it is. Okay, I don't think there's anything there. Look at the northern lights. The Aurora Borealis. The game can be downright gorgeous at times, for sure. But I also feel because they had to render such big environments, and whatnot, and make it in one open world, I feel there are times where some textures and some bits just feel kind of flat, and maybe don't feel quite as impressive as they should. Why is it playing the spirit music? Is there a... Oh, there's a thing going on. I don't think I actually need any of these. Oh, you're all gonna go right into the water? That's cool. You guys are cool. They're like, nah, we're out of here. I think like another area just to do with like how they dealt with like when you get hurt, how you kind of just ragdoll instead of like a specific like animation playing or something. It's just that's something that kind of just takes me out of it because it was like that looks just kind of funny, silly, which isn't totally a bad thing. I just would prefer something more cinematic, I guess, if you will. Something that would make a little more sense than, oh, my body ragdolled upwards and did a 360. I also have an issue with how, like, I think doing the dungeon type stuff is cool and it works. I don't really have an issue with that, but it's when you're doing the like the main dungeons or the boss dungeons, and you know at the beginning they typically give you a new ability to use to get through it, much like a Legend of Zelda game, right? However, my issue is that with a lot of these abilities you get, you know, they use the rune system here. I'm going the wrong way. They use the rune system. My problem with this is that like the runes that grant you new abilities for traversal and such, you're almost like always gonna want to have on. What's this one? I think like this tail rune is like really the only one that doesn't have anything that gives you a new ability. But my point being is that when you have these runes that give you super run or a dash, you generally don't want to take them off because they're going to help you traverse around much faster, and especially in an open world game like this, you kind of want the speed. So I feel it kind of makes the runes that don't give you any like new abilities just way less useful. Yeah, like that's kind of how I feel that I didn't really look at that. Hold on. I don't know how much I'll get out of it, but it's like a queen and her armies or something. Maybe even a king. I don't know, it's just the long hair. But I feel like the runes from the boss dungeons should have been permanent upgrades. They should be something that you just get and always have access to, and then the other runes are more for either whether it be like the environment you're in, like if you're in the environment that has all the lava and fire, then you want to put on the stuff that reduces that damage, right? Because I feel like the runes should be more about like optional stuff and stuff that doesn't really affect your ability to, how would I put this? Should always be stuff that's optional and isn't outright stopping you from proceeding. Just totally optional, right? The Norse Guard have forsaken this land and set sail across the sea. Also, the way the shadow is transitioning there is really distracting. Yet again, I remain unworthy to join them because of the crimes of my people. Because it's not like we're using those buttons for anything else, you know? And most from what I've seen with the other runes, they're totally, I don't take up any of the buttons. Okay, so it's a bunch of islands over here. Interesting. Hold on, let me... There's an obelisk way out there. Like, I will say this shot right here, very gorgeous. Like, that is very pretty. I don't know if there's still that monster in the water. A little worried here. It didn't come. I don't know, maybe it too got cleansed. Pretty dipping spot too. Right. I'm guessing that's just my old waypoint that's over there. Yeah. Yeah. Get rid of that. Oh, look at all the stuff loading back in. Damn. I forgot that I don't have any money right now. This is like one of the only times I haven't been able to pay for one of those. Should have went back to my grave. I'd like to assume there's a way to open this up. I don't see a pressure plate or anything. I'm wondering if maybe this is the last obelisk, because I'm pretty sure there's an achievement for getting all of them. I still don't know what to make of the mushrooms thing, because they just pop up and then they stop. I don't get it. I don't know if the point is that they try to lead you to a secret. Are you gonna lead me underwater? Hope not. Trying to think if there's anything else, any other topics I would like to cover. I think the music's like good enough, fine enough as it is. Some pretty nice pieces in there, but I don't think it's a soundtrack by any means that is going like, you know, it'd be. Oh boy. Alrighty then. That's something. So the mushrooms lead you to turtles. Also, I only need two more crystals. Can I find this one pot anywhere on this island that will give me two I need? For sure, it came over here. Yeah, it adds to the ambience. When you're running around and I like a bit of like the magical feel it adds. Sometimes, usually like we call it like the chasing wisp music. Oh, you're gonna put this house here, but you're not gonna put any crystals in there at all? What the heck, man? I'm starting to feel like my only hope is that one of those little sieve guys spawn, and I can chase him down real quick. Really makes me wish there was a portal on this island, you know? I will say from a controls aspect, this game handles pretty well. Like I don't, for the most part, I don't have any big issues with that. I feel usually if I overdid something, it was my fault. Maybe a few times where it felt like it didn't register, like my input to jump or something, but that could easily just be blamed on my controller as well. Well, I guess next time I find more mushrooms, I should try and follow them closer. God damn it, you really are gonna make me come back here later just to get the freaking obelisk. Because I'm too short. Too... An outhouse here? I don't know. There's a ramp here. Alright. I think that sometimes the game freaks out and I'm not actually like, swimming, like I'm just kind of gliding almost. Let's see, I had to jump. Oh damn, this. Where does this go? Water. Cool water. Hmm. Oh, you know, I totally forgot to talk about the crow. So, I'm trying to remember, like, how the raccoon vendors. I don't. City of Foxhaven. I don't recall if any of them had runes for the crow. Oh, look, there's an obelisk right here. It's just 175 too. Yep. I really do need to go to my grave to just grab all that money. But I was saying about the craven, the raven, is you have like 2 ruins, and one of them gives you the double jump, but a less good glide, a worse version of the glide. The other is just like a pretty good glide. If those are the only runes you get for him, I don't know why you wouldn't just make them like one rune, or not even have the runes and just make them permanent upgrades either, you know? It's just, it's weird. It feels unnecessary. A question mark over there and one over there. What's Raccoon Grotto here? What are you selling, bud? Whisper and grants ability to become a wisp. Yeah, we've seen that one before. Oh yeah, that would be nice. I wonder if that means you could like triple jump. Foxy key. Key to Fox in a place to rest and safety. That's extremely expensive. Also, I love that I'm in my own home, like home turf, and I gotta pay for my own den. What the heck, man? This is a very nice spot, though. Cannot deny it's very beautiful in here. This is where they would have like meetings. Most of the time, I'd rather just have the normal glide on, because aside of like the double jump of the other one, is the glide on that is just so crappy. Or at the Palace of Peace. Which means if I could just find the way I came in from, which is over here. And there's my grave. To finally get healed up. Probably... Let's go somewhere I can grab all my stuff. So the bear's not there. Why is it just the... Why are you just you here? What? The ram's here. I guess some of them are here and some of them aren't. Also, I'm curious, is this door open now? Can't remember if I actually checked last time. No. Unless it can be open from the outside. This home I'm missing, I'm assuming, or this portal, I'm assuming that has to be, to the Foxy home. There's too much yipping. It's the Jedi Council room. Thank you. Alright. Let's go ahead and, like, take a good chunk of this out. Go back to Fox Island. I'm gonna say now, I have no idea how long the stream is gonna go on for. I know it's, I mean, at this point it is just a little bit of post-game, see, like, check out maybe some of the question marks on the map there. Okay, now you're both here. I assume you guys just glitched out before. Why is there a win? You guys are here. Just so I can get back up there, maybe? What does this chest have? Oh, you're gonna give me more money. Well, damn, if I would've came to this chest. Guys, remember when we were here, like, so much earlier in the game? Just walking through the pile of rubber? Rubble? Rubber. I want to see where on the map exactly this is. One blue, one red. Geez, some of those are expensive. Right. We're gonna buy the Foxy key first. That one. Achievement. I'm a regular. Spend a total of 5,000 crystal shards at the refrigerator. I'm gonna hold on to the rest for now, since I gotta go back to the island now, since I can actually afford. Like, I'm going to say that finding the rest of the skill points probably something I'm going to do in my own time. Because I'm also probably going to look up a guide for where all the skill points are. Oh, hello. There's actually an achievement for finding the grave sites of the son or the kids of Iona or whatever her name is. And I wonder if that's 2 of them. But it could also just be random peeps. Imagine being a loyal customer too. Right? Just gonna wait for the stamina recharge. Actually, I want to see where this is on the face. Oh no, that's the ram dash. No. So I'd give up the dash. I do want to try this out. Makes a little sound. Let me see if you can like triple jump with that and then the like glide. You can. You get some pretty serious air if you needed to. How much different is the ram dash? Oh. It's got a way longer cooldown. See, like, I think that would actually be a good example, is like, have the Fox dash be the standard, like a permanent upgrade, and then you can have the ram dash ruin as like a, if you want to make it go further kind of thing, you know? Because it's not, it's just modifying one of the abilities you get and not taking it away from you. Also takes up, I think, 3 stamina bars, 3 magic bars. I don't know if that's entirely worth it. I feel like if they just made it either the longer cooldown or the high cost without the extended cooldown, or if you made it strike a bit of a different balance with a slightly longer cooldown and it costing 2 energy. I feel like it's a bit of overkill by giving it both costing 3 energy and a much longer cooldown. It's like, one of the biggest things, of course, I'm curious about now is if there's actually a way to like open up that door, for example. But if there is, perhaps they've hidden it very well. Okay. I don't mind like the story being very you know, up to like a large part of its interpretation, right? How you interpret a lot of the stone tablets and what some of the cutscenes really mean, or showing you at least, since there's no dialogue, anything. I'm fine with that. I think it can be kind of fun. Try and figure it out. I just feel like I won't say I watched like a crap ton of trailers for this game, but the trailers I did watch always kind of gave me more of the impression that it would be a more linear experience, because it felt like all the shots they were showing and everything, it felt very focused, or well, like, I don't say well crafted, but you know, it's just the magic of trailers, right? It just gave me the impression that's like, you know, you're gonna have these different environments, you can go through them, and I didn't quite get some of the like magical feel that the trailer was giving off. The reveal trailer in particular. I definitely wish the devs of this game success in whatever they do next, whether they're wanting to do a third game or they want to do something. And I hope that they are able to at least patch the game a little bit, you know, polish it up a little more in patches. Because I definitely feel like it could knock it up a point or two in terms of like a score. What is this building over here? Ruins of Kindred Spire. I'm not sure in terms of the opening of this game how much you're supposed to actually be able to like come over and explore these areas, because it felt way more like you're boxed in the beginning, but it could also just be that I just happened to kind of miss some of the areas that would have allowed me to go explore the island more. But I also understand kind of like wanting to lock the player in to give a bit of the like wonder of like, I wonder what else was in or on that starting island. Anything over here? No? Oh, there's another obelisk. I don't know why sometimes these have a cutscene and other times they don't. I think we'll just sort of run along the shoreline here until we get to the question mark over there. Load everything back in. I guess there's a part of me that doesn't want to give them too much, don't want to give them too much crap because I know that they are a smaller team, and I kind of get it if maybe they didn't have a ton of time to optimize for the different platforms. It might have just not been practical for them to do. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, now that the game's out, I hope you guys are able to take the time to make some of those kind of adjustments. Polish some of this up. Is this the Fox Home? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, it definitely is. You don't have anything for me. I'm guessing I need to find weights or something to put out here. Oh, there's one. Drop you there. Right. That's where I came in from. Aha! There we go. Okay. I need to go use the washroom. I will be right back. You know, it is cool that they have that feature to just pause the live stream like that. Because they simply could have made it like never had that and just had people forced to essentially pause the game and, you know, nothing happens. Thank you. Anyway, we're definitely gonna want to grab more of my money. Oh, that's depositing. I'm gonna take. We did. We passed by torches somewhere. Big stretch. You deserve a sleep. Because we can use the torches to press down on the pressure plates. The only problem is I do not remember exactly where I passed by them, because at the time I was just kind of wanting to look around. There they are. Can I not light this off that torch? Is that what you're telling me, game? That's frustrating. So the thing despawned, so that's not cool. Okay. What the heck? Wouldn't surprise me if there's a third one hiding out here somewhere. You know, that's great and all, but I don't think I have need for wisps right now. Honestly, what I'm more curious about right now is actually finding a way to light the torches. Guessing that's... Have you guys seen any fire anywhere? Why? Okay. It's in the floor. Will you light the torch? No. No, you're not strong enough. What kind of garbo is this, man? God, the freaking lighting just changing like that is another thing. It's funny because I don't feel like I really noticed that until now. How the lighting just like shifts so suddenly. It's not like a smooth transition. Also, is this... I want to say this is where we were going, like, at the start of the game, right? We were going up this way. And then we got to... Um, the bridge that collapsed. Is that right around? Yeah, that's right around here. So I'm guessing what we were doing at the beginning of the game was we're supposed to be bringing the stick to the top here. Mount Aurora. Neato. Right? Gardens of Numara. I almost wonder if these runes have something to do with the first game. Or if it's talking more about the first game. I guess the frickin' torch just fell through the earth. That's cool. Aw, look at all of them. This area is very beautiful. No denying that. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to try and confirm if there was anything on there or not. Oh, I think I remember this place. I want to say we came down here. Right, because that's... I think that's the cliff we jumped off of. Oh, this is all blocked up now. Pretty sure that, yeah. I want to say this is where we jumped off from. Beginning of the game. Near the start, at least. Kind of curious if I can... Actually, no, you can just freaking... If I want, I can just put the runes on to double jump. Will this be enough? Well, I'm glad even though everything caught on fire, they didn't all burn up. Also, I'm kind of surprised that the double jump rune wasn't or isn't on the legs. But, you know, tomato, tomato. Probably go back there. This is one of those weird, of strange feelings when you're back at like the starting place after you've completed everything. Also, just the fact that it's not all destroyed. See, don't you remember when lava was flowing down here and everything, and it was just going to shite real quick? Let's actually see how high that takes me. Oh, shit, that's unlimited? Damn. Alright. That's wild. God, that rune is suddenly, like, god tier good. Now I'm gonna be like... Okay, it does take up 2, but still, that is crazy. I thought it'd just be like a one-time use kind of thing. Ah. Ah. The the honeyed delight of a scheme well played. Grimnor is no more, and the final laugh is mine. Ha ha ha. Anook. Well. We ended up letting him go. I'm sorry. Let's beg the question. So at the end of the day, is it just that, like, evil energies, spirits, whatever you want to call it, took took over him, corrupted his soul kind of thing? Gotta remember I don't have the dash right now. So used to hitting the button for it. Alright. I don't know how much else... Oh, jeez. Ouch. Should be a... heal here, yeah. Actually, hold. I should put that one on. Since at this point, yeah. How much faster? I assume it's probably only knocking off like a second or two. So this is grants the ability to become a wisp. Ah, hit the Y button. So there are some runes that do offer like a alternative that do take up a button spot, but I still feel like ultimately the abilities you get from the boss dungeons at least should still just have dedicated spots. Oh, I kind of forgot about that. Down on the D-pad. I have no idea where that is. Just what I'm curious about though. So out here, there is a way to open this. Good. Let me just try this. I wanna... This is just to be reborn, right? See the X button. Oh, right. It takes you to your last place you rested at. All right. I think we've seen just about everything here. The only kind of thing for me to do, honestly, is go kind of buy what I can, the money I have. Honestly, I don't know if I'll actually have enough to buy everything. Should have about 4,000, I think. That's 3,000 damage. 5. I'll give you a few spirits. We're just gonna go buy what I can from the other raccoon grottos because I'm pretty sure they tend to have their own stuff for sale. And then I think after that probably end the stream because I don't think there's really much else for me to do. I don't know why these doors are being like this. That made me pull them twice. So I think we'll probably just start with Misthaven. There is also the one home we're missing somewhere. So maybe we'll try and find that. I honestly think the home we might be missing might be in Misthaven. Shopping spree, right? Alright. What's the nearest one? Hold on, there's actually a really quick way to know if we have that one open. Uh, Would it be Misty Home? Yeah, so I think that actually might be the one we do not have. So we will go there after we go to the raccoon. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I didn't. I mean, I guess considering how good the actual rune is, what you could have done is I just find it so odd to give like a a rune for the crow. Like basically grants you a double jump that's kind of clunky the way you got to do it. But then they give you a rune that gives you like 5 double jumps or 5 additional jumps depending on how much magic you have, right? Like, why not just make it a double jump and then have a rune that makes you able to continuously double jump as long as you have magic, right? Yeah. Prevent fall damage. Brown. Right. God, that's actually just crazy. I'm still shocked that lets you double jump as many times as you want, or like at least as many times as your stamina will allow. Thank you for the monies. Let's sleep right by my torch. That totally will not burn me or cause any potential problems, right? He's talking a different way now. Is he sad that the adventure is over? So I'm assuming there's a portal somewhere in here. But considering Ravencliff's, considering how close the other one is, maybe there isn't one in here? I mean, I'm not seeing any other, like, doorways or anything. So maybe it is a different home. Because the portal was literally right down there, so. Also, I have a curiosity. Can I take a flaming torch through the portal? I'm gonna find out. Go to Fox Island. I can't. We'll see if lighting up any of these does anything. Kind of get the feeling it won't, but just been curious. I like that they put the ball in here. I just don't know if it's for anything more. This that way. Haven't quite learned this home yet. Alright, let's just go back to the portal. Maybe I just wasn't walking close enough to it, you know? I really wish at least, like, this might give me a general idea of where it is or something. But I think there's... I want to say it's kind of like 2 raccoon grottos per area. I could be wrong on that. Oh, sorry. I'm pulling on the cord here. Sorry if there was a lot of sounds there. One sec. just dealing with some of the wonderful bugs that I get to deal with during this time of year. So it's a leg rune. So that makes sense. Sorry if the stream kind of paused there. It's just because I was quickly looking at achievement stuff. Because yeah, there are more obelisks. I can only assume that it's either in like one of these two locations. Because everywhere else, I feel like I've found pretty much all of them. You know what? I don't see an option anywhere on here for the relic staff of Grimnor the Dark Shaman. I don't see an option anywhere on that map to like you can get rid of pin. You can get rid of all of those. I don't see anything like if I just wanted to say have one particular pin on the map, because like, you know, as I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to find the raccoon grottos. I don't, why is there an option to just cycle through that, you know? I do not understand. We're gonna go do a tad bit of exploring. I'm gonna try and keep it brief. I just kind of realized that like that area over there, it's like nothing, at least that we have on the map over there. There is also a mention in one of the achievements that there's a traveling trader. The fact that we have not come across this traveling trader at all. Kind of surprising. Alright, let's descend down a little bit. I keep forgetting I don't have the dash right now. That is entirely my bad. Oh, well this is the last snake shrine I was missing, apparently. Is it? Oh, I see. I was gonna say, am I on the head of the snake? The 5 snake shrines. This is the last one. Right, I should probably hit the one it probably wants me to actually have on. Is it? Oh, it's not L. This one, yeah. I don't even want to begin to guess how I'm supposed to pronounce that. So there's brown fox. Oh god. Terrifying. Why do I feel like we've never seen a staff like that before? Could be wrong, but lore. We cannot find the Fox Guardian. Perhaps it has abandoned this world and returned to the Forest of Light. Mog the Mighty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to let you guys down. Sorry that I was not around when the world went to shite. See, like, one thing I have learned is that, like, while Obelisk will reveal, a certain number of, like, points of interest, right? There are some areas that don't get marked. Maybe they don't have, like, a name, because I'm pretty sure this whole place I'm in right now, this little camp, if you will, didn't get any kind of name. It's like, let's double check. I guess also the snake dens don't show up on the obelisks. They have to be manually found. That's the point of the fact that, again, I'm still missing handful of skill points, which is going to be a pain when it comes to actually collecting the ones I'm missing, because there's no way in hell I'm going to remember where I've gotten all my skill points from. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Let's... we'll just go that way. Yeah, I'm also kind of sad that there isn't... maybe there wasn't something a little better of a reward after beating the game. Seems like there's something up here. I'm not entirely sure what, but... gotta wait around for a sec. Stamina recharges. Stamina, magic, spirit energy, whatever you want to call it. My first thought was maybe it's an obelisk, but it's way too, you know, the shape of it is definitely not obelisk. Are you nothing? Are you just a rock that's shaped like that? Just to confuse me. If anyone's curious, there's 89 lore scrolls. I don't know. But then you also have pages, yeah. Apparently we're missing one. Yeah. That's just because that particular one, it just has the one entry. Missing a good bit from Grimnor. Two from Mog the Mighty. We found a good number of them at least. This could be something over there. Yeah, as I thought, there wasn't really anything over here. Ay, ay, ay. You look around the map, it's like, man, it could be freaking anywhere. Okay. I'm almost worried to do that because I assume I wouldn't lose my extra money. Because since I didn't technically die, but something in my head is like really, really worried about that. And considering it's not like I have, you know, that's literally all my money. I don't have more in the bank. I took it all out. Oh, you know what I haven't talked about? I went and saw Bad Guys 2 yesterday. I went and saw it last night with some coworkers and friends. I don't know why whenever I'm talking about that, I always like bounce between either saying friends or coworkers. Like, they are friends. I feel like that's the term I should use because people can get a bit of a different message if you're saying coworkers. Pretty good movie. Stop a camera. Really fun. I really enjoyed the new characters. If you've seen the trailers, you know that like Snake and this like crow lady are in love together, and my goodness, just some of the moments in that movie. So silly. Ooh, hello, this. Anyone's curious, there is an achievement for collecting 45 West. Or is it 45 in particular? I can't remember now. So it's important that I still be collecting these guys when I see them for my own achievement wants. Alright. See, part of me feels like there could be an obelisk somewhere in here because it feels like there's such a big gap in terms of like no obelisk. Because there's one way over here and one way over here. Feels like you could probably have one in between there, but don't see one. I think that's the next closest grotto. Get our butt moving. Like, thankfully, for the most part, they're usually pretty easy to spot. Because it's kind of hard to mistake their particular shape. Right? I really wish that going to these things also restored your magic energy, really, instead of still forcing you to wait for it to recharge. There's some, like, small quality of life changes they could definitely make to this game to make it a little more enjoyable. Oh no, we've seen those a lot. Okay. I was just being a big dumb. Chestnut and hazel. You know, unless that one achievement means by the traveling trader, unless that means in specific that it's the turtle, right? Oh god, it's so clear now. It's a freaking snake there. There's another one down the coastline. Here, let's try and clear out a little bit of the fog there. I think sometimes with these kind of games, you tell yourself like, oh, I think it should only take a few minutes to go over there and do this, and then go over here and do that, and then you actually get to it, and it's like, oh no, this is actually that actually ate up way more time than I thought it would. I was going way off there, but you know what? Makes more sense. We're over here. This is not on the map. I feel like there's a decent chance I've been in here though before. Like, like, yeah, open world games in terms of like completing them can be such a pain. Because if you like, I don't like going into a game with the idea that I'm gonna 100% it, right? It's very much I will see how it goes, and if I feel like it would be too much of a pain in the ass to 100%, if the game is asking for like a lot, right? I'm very much we'll see how much 100% would require, and then I'll determine from there if I want to do that or not. This is a game where like I could see myself 100%ing it, but the pain is always to do with some of the small, well, I say smaller collectibles, but with some of the potential stuff you missed because you're simply not aware. Um, you simply don't have the information to know where you missed them, right? Because I can, open up a guide for sure and go, go watch that, but there's only so much I'll be able to remember in terms of like, oh yeah, no, I've done that area and I've done that. Because what happens if there's a skill point in a place I've been to that I missed, right? And that's the real pain of like, oh, I'm pretty sure I got that one. Maybe I didn't though. Yeah, even with the faster recharge, still a bit of a pain as you might imagine. Well, okay. Might just try double jumping. Might just straight up be too steep as well. The fox climber. Yeah. You know, game, when I double tap the sprint button, I expect you to do the thing. Okay. Enough of the nonsense. Apparently we have not been over here either. Like I can see like a seam in the world falling apart as we speak. I guess we just never went up that pathway. Unfortunately, this seems like a whole lot of nothing over here too. We very far from it. Really do need to try and stay a little more focused. Ugh. Okay, I didn't think that was one of those. One of my friends made a comment that Bad Guys 2 is gonna turn so much of the upcoming generation, as it were, into furries. I'm like, yep, I'd see it. That and like Zootopia 2. Like there's the potential for many, many new furries. Honestly, I got a lot of recommendations in my like on YouTube and stuff for like movies to do with, you know, anthropomorphic characters and stuff. It's like, yeah. Wow, why is that fire? Look at this fire. Holy crap, that is bad. This is like low poly fire right here. These fires are not loaded in. Water ruin, swim much faster. Water guys, spirit energy. Stormy key. Maybe could that be the one? That be the one I haven't gotten? Low poly fire, I love it. Let's just take a look-see here. Did I find where the home is here? that's getting more into like bear territory. That way. That's not spooky at all. I do love this, definitely the, like, just the atmosphere this gives off with the rain and the lightning, the storm. Very good. Oh, is this gonna be like before? No, these are both closed. I wonder if that would lead into the home. I think I already planned this before. Wouldn't surprise me. Doesn't hurt to double check though, right? Another entrance, okay. Big stretch. I like keeping a few on me. I don't know why. I know it's unlikely I'll need them, but... $250. I got the achievement. The actual portal itself isn't... There we go, that was incredibly delayed. Alright, this that gotten, that's out of the way. I remember they're not a right away there, no. We were at that one, right? And that makes that the next closest one. I found it funny how they put him in the locker room specifically. Apparently I never did this. Fine, it's probably just for spirit. Jesus Christ, 246. See, like, if you had asked me that, did I think I had been streaming for 3 hours? No. Definitely not. We are the Ram tribe, shaped by the rain and weathered by the storm. Like the Ram, our guardian, our feet are firmly planted, and we cannot be moved. Well, how'd that go for you? Because I get the feeling, I think Grimnor may have moved you. We also have trucks. Ouch. It's like, where do you think you're going? There we go. Well, we are running pretty low now. We only got 1100 left to buy stuff with. Which does tell me that means like to probably buy everything, even with me having saved up. Like I bought a few spirits early on, but outside of that, I've been mostly saving up. With the thought of, you know, being able to buy everything, right? So even with me doing that, goes to show that probably need to do a bit of grinding to actually buy it all. You know, one thing I can do is if I can find a completed map somewhere online, then it won't be too hard to look for the obelisks I've missed, which I can only assume I've probably only missed one or two. I highly doubt it's like any more. Yeah, we're gonna find out if I teleport to home. Let's see if I lose the 100. I don't think I will, but my gut's just telling me to be careful. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay. I worried for nothing earlier. Where's the portal? Here it is. I'm gonna go with Frigid Peaks. This is kind of my last stop for this stream. I actually slept like the whole night last night, and I have work tonight, so it's gonna be a bit difficult, but I'll make it work. chestnut. Actually, kind of like that one. Hazel. Red. Alright, let's go visit Raccoon. Somewhere in here. Because I remember seeing, it was either in this area or maybe one of the others, but I did remember seeing like ones that seemed like they might be really cool for print, for pattern wise. Definitely got to be checking any pots I come across at this point. Any little bit helps, since, you know. There's one achievement, which is just forgetting all the other achievements, which is interesting because it makes me wonder. Because I know with PlayStation, I think it's been a thing for a while, where if you get all the trophies in a game, then you get like, there's always like the one additional trophy I think you get for getting everything else in the game. So does that mean you basically get two trophies in the PlayStation version? Because if the game already has a built-in achievement for getting everything, right? And then the PlayStation always has like their own for getting everything. And I'm like, does that mean you get two trophies for getting everything? Yeah, the platinum trophy. After midnight. Fire and ice. Aggressibility to dash short distances for cooldown. Flame cloak around. Reduce fire damage and burn duration. Not enough wealth. Yeah, I'm broke now. I'm broke. You know, there's a white crow that's like in any of the homes you go to. I wonder how their money thing works, because like I don't think it's based off like money you've missed collecting. I feel like it. I wonder if it's like just a time duration thing. You know, if you like, if I were to just sit around and do nothing for long enough, would it? Is it a passive money generator kind of thing? Does it have any stipulations for you need to be doing something? Tuft Midnight. Cool. And then look at all these different eyes we can choose. Fire and ice. How many we're at? 4, 8, 12, 13. Didn't it say there's like 20? We're actually still missing like 7. Damn. I'm guessing probably the turtles have some. So in terms of skill points, we're missing 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 8. Missing 8. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of secrets I did not discover. A lot of things left to be found. Part of me wonders maybe if there's like a super secret area that maybe has a handful of skill points, right? I also wonder if finding every obelisk will just make the fog, like any fog, even if it doesn't really actually block anything, just disappear in general. Disappear for good. Yeah. Um, that is gonna be it for this stream. My last is Spirit of the North 2, at least extremely likely. There's always the possibility that I guess if they did DLC or if I found some other reason to come back to it, I would, but um I don't believe there's really anything else to do. Next time I stream, it'll likely be the first Spirit of the North game, which should be a lot quicker to do because it's, like I said, it's a linear game. And since I've played it before, I'm not going to be trying to explore every nook and cranny. That was very much just a thing with this game because, especially when it's an open world game, well, Spirit of the North 1 has pretty open areas. It is still a linear path for you to go down. Where, like I've said many times, this game is really like true open. It's a true open world game, so it kind of invites the going to look at everything. So I don't know why there's no music or anything. And yeah, I should have these hopefully up on YouTube soon enough. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, ciao for now. Bye.